Hello everypony, and welcome to a brand new series, one that should take us quite a while to get through, hopefully. We are going to be playing the Quest for Glory series, specifically starting with Quest for Glory 1, so you want to be a hero. This game is really interesting. Right from the beginning, you get the choices of fighter, mage, and thief. All of them are really fun to play as. I generally play as a fighter mage combo. I may do something a bit different with this playthrough, where I kind of play through all three of them, but I haven't really decided. Especially because later I add the paladin to it, so I may consider that just because I haven't played all four classes. But with Quest for Glory 1, there's only the three classes, Fighter, Mage, and Thief. So we're going to go ahead and pick the Fighter straight away. And here we have all the skills. You'll notice the skills that we have now, a lot of those are going to be changing later on in the game. Throughout the series, they will be adding different skills that aren't listed here, such as communication, honor, acrobatics, swimming, things like that. So I think each game has at least one new stat in it, something like that. So when you create your character, you get base stats based on whatever class you picked. These are the base stats for a fighter. But I also get 50 points in which I can add more stats. Since I'm not going with any kind of thieving things, I don't need stealth or pick locks. I don't really need climbing, but I could get it. In order to add points to a skill you don't have, you have to spend, 15 points to gain 5. So it's really difficult to do that. The thing is that if you don't have any skill in it at all, you can never increase that stat. So if you want to increase, say, climbing, you have to put in 15 points into climbing. Otherwise, you will never be able to increase your climbing skill. It's basically not a skill you could ever learn in that case. So let's go ahead and add some points into climbing. We'll add some points into weapon use because that's important for a fighter. You'll notice that strength and weapon use kind of have the highest stats because those are the most important. We're not going to use any magic, so we don't need to put in points for magic. We don't need stealth or pick locks. We'll put in some points in dodging, parrying, some vitality to increase our health, as you can see down here. Add a little bit of agility. That'll add some stamina. Yeah, I like that better. And there we go. We have used up all of our points. When we get to Quest for Glory 2, we'll be able to add more points. But that's not until Quest for Glory 2, obviously. So, and welcome to Quest for Glory 1, the VGA version. It seems like a quiet little town. On the porch ahead of you are two people. Standing one is large, rather ugly, and playing with a yo-yo. The seated person smoking a pipe looks like he might be the sheriff. A man with a pipe greets you. Welcome to our town. You are lucky to have made it down from the mountains before the snow blocked the pass again. It's gotten pretty dangerous outside of town, I understand. Many monsters have been trapped around here with the late snow. Between them and the brigands, we certainly could use a hero around here. I am Sheriff Stoltz Meisterson. This is Otto von Goon, my assistant. Good luck in your quest. The fun thing about this game is that it uses clay animation for a lot of the like the images here, like this. This is entirely clay animation here that was then drawn over to look like this. So, uh, there's really nothing that I need to ask him, but I get points if I open this menu and pick an option once. So that's kind of why I did that. I'm going to go into here, increase the detail, increase the volume, increase the speed. If I don't increase the speed, I walk very slowly. I'll show you the default speed is about here, and you'll see that I walk considerably slower when I don't have the speed all the way up. So it's always recommended that you increase the speed all the way up. Remember that this does increase game speed in general, so time will be going by faster and things like that. So it's best to basically it's best to either go slowly through the whole game or to increase your speed, and just be careful of that. This is the magic shop, but again, as I don't know magic, I can't do anything. But we'll go into the guild hall. Here I can get some points from my score here. Adventurers Guild Hall reminds you of the one in your hometown. Traditional moose head and other stuffed monsters, Saurus, troll, griffin, dragon, cheetor, and the terrible Antwerp adorn the wall. You see a registration book on the table, and the bulletin board full of job listings. The man seated near the window must be the guildmaster. He is snoring. The first thing we want to do is sign our name in the logbook. You sign your name into the adventurer's logbook with a flourish. You'll see that gained me 1 point to my score. I then read it. I then get a whopping 4 more points to my score. The reading on this page is very recent. It says, I, William Denhom, have come to Shapir to become a hero. Well, if I walk over here, this gets me even more points. I don't think reading any of these in particular gets you points, but there is some helpful information. It says, reward of 50 gold pieces for safe return of Elsa von Spielberg. 50 gold pieces for information leading to the return of Bernard von Spielberg. Wanted, brigand leader, description, unknown appearance, wears a cloak, must provide proof of Lear's identity, reward 60 gold coins and title of the realm. Reward of lost ring, inquire at the healers. Reward of 30 gold coins for the capture or death of the brigand warlock. It gives you a bunch of useful information that you'll use later on in the game. And this guy's sleeping over here, so let's go wake him up. I was so busy I didn't notice you come in. Welcome, welcome. It is so seldom that we have new adventurers here. Most people think this valley is cursed. And if I talk to him, then I get a point to my score. I don't actually need to talk to him, so I'm not actually going to bother with that. You can also look at these. They don't really get you points, but you can see, that one's a cheetar, that one's a dragon. It also tells you who killed it. Wolfgang Arbentor, that's him. The griffin was slain by this guy. The moose, courtesy of the Sierra Online Prop Department. It's all kinds of fun little Easter eggs like that. Saurus slain by Hans Halfwitten. Antwerp, slain by 2 guys from Andromeda. Yeah, the Antwerp is an interesting creature. We'll see one of those later on. So, oh come on. Clicking the border of this right screen is always bothersome. I don't know why. The Hero's Tail Inn over here is a good place to go, but we'll go there later. Let's try and see if we can't get this guy to say something when we walk off here. No. Okay. I goofed up in getting that point. Welcome to Spielberg. Would you like to buy some apples and vegetables? Yes, I would, but not at this exact moment. Thank you. Let's go down into this alleyway. The grubby place must be an alley. It feels strange here, colder than the rest of town. There's some barrels discarded here. Beggar holds out a bowl towards you. Alms, alms for the poor. Now what we can do is take our gold. You can see that we've got 4 gold pieces and 10 silver pieces. You can take one of these silver pieces, give it to her, or him actually. Thanks, it's real tough trying to make a living banking in this town since the brigands started scaring all the trade away. This used to be such a nice place to live. My advice to you is not to take up begging. It just doesn't pay. And don't go out at night. There is actually a spell on the town that keeps the town safe during the night. The only problem is this alleyway isn't covered by the spell for some reason. So at night, if you come in here, there's actually a little trap in here set by some thieves, and you will die. Grimy window lets little light into this tavern. It smells like stale ale and other more unpleasant things. The floor is covered with dirt, and the bar with sticky beer. Smoke appears to be rising from the center cask behind the bar. To your right, two gamblers are playing cards. Bartender glares at you as you enter, and so does the ugly goon on the left. You get the impression that you are not welcome. So something bad happened here, clearly. What is this? Let's try to pick up this white thing. You pick up the note. You smooth out the piece of paper and read. B. He's starting to get suspicious. Hold off on our meetings for a bit, but I'll keep you posted by these notes. B. That will come in important later, but what I want to do is save it right here, because there's something really fun that I love to do here, but you can only do it by dying. What do you want? So this great big cask here is Dragon's Breath, a great big dragon face and everything. So if I click here and I buy the Dragon's Breath, you want a mug of Dragon's Breath, house rules say it'll have to be cash up front. You cough up the cash. Thanks, buddy. Hey, Crusher! Our friend here wants Dragon's Breath. This is probably one of the most hilarious ways that you can die in the game. It's pretty awesome. Whoa! There you go. You've never tasted anything like it before. Oh, wow! Maybe you really shouldn't have tried the Dragon's Breath. Better luck next time, and we hope you saved your game. Yes, I did, because I knew that was going to happen. I always have to do that at least once every playthrough, just because I love that scene a lot. We can go in and buy just some standard ale. Do not buy the Troll Sweat. You will get knocked out and tossed out and lose all your money. So, and also don't buy ale more than twice, because on the third one you faint and everything. Tastes as sour as it smells, and burns your throat as you swallow it. Still, it isn't the worst beer you've ever drank. Unless you're a thief, there's really nothing else to do in here. But you'll see there's a sign, the shop seems to be closed. A sign on the door which says "Gone Fishing." This is the butcher shop. The butcher was one of those two over there that was fishing. They were playing Go Fish. Oh, come on. Wait, that's not what I wanted to do. I hate how specific the edge of the screen is. The breeze is cool, but you feel a shiver deeper than just the cold. You are really on your own now in a very dangerous place. This is the Hero's March. It is in literally every Quest for Glory game that you will ever play. The bright smell of fresh herbs mingles with the aroma of wood smoke as you come up to a hut by the side of the road. Now, the ring, or the healer, is here. The gold ring that she lost is up here in the nest up here. There's two ways of getting that. You can either pick up a few small rocks and try throwing them, like so. In which case you'll scare off the bird thing that's there, whatever it is. It will take a lot of throwing, but eventually you'll get it down. The other option is simply to climb this tree here. Unfortunately, my throwing skill is higher than my climbing skill, so I have a higher chance of hitting it with a rock and knocking it off than I have of climbing up that tree. And we're going to need some more rocks. So this could take me a little bit. Usually I go get the fetch spell at this point because it's a guaranteed catch, but I didn't create any magic. I didn't give myself any magic. I give myself climbing, so I really can't do that. See a glinting object in the remains of the nest. Pick up a shiny gold ring. Yay! It's alright, I need to increase my throwing skill anyway, because I'll need it later. Come on in! The fragrance of herbs mingle with some rather unpleasant odors as you step into the healer's house. Lovely day, isn't it? My, you look very healthy for an adventurer. You must be new. What can I do for you? I can sell you healing potions if you like. I also buy spell components if you are interested in gathering some for me. Don't mind me. I always have so much to do around here. She does too. She will just constantly be walking back and forth. So what we'll do is we'll pull out the gold ring. We'll hand this to her. Oh, thank you for finding my ring. How I've missed this. Here are 6 golds and 2 healing potions for your reward. Thank you. You put the reward away and tell her she's welcome as you leave to avoid being kissed again. So now we have that. We could go back and buy some potions and stuff, but we don't need any right now. So we'll come up here to the castle. Hello, dude. My name is Carl. Just a minute while I raise the gate. He has a big schnoz. I always imagine he just talks like this because he has a big schnoz. There is something you can do, which is if you stand directly here, eventually he will close the gate on you, and it's hilarious because you'll get stabbed and it hurts. But we won't do that. If I come over here, I can make a little bit more money, about 5 silver. You looking for some work? Good. Come in here and take a rake. I don't pay you the rest. Get to work, now! And that's pretty much it. It plays a fun little tune, and you're pretty much done. Okay, come on over here. Salesman hands you some coins and says, now you're 5 silvers richer. Gets you a little bit of money. You can do it once every couple of days. So, it's pretty handy for getting money. Hello? Walk to the next screen, please. That's not where I wanted to go at all. Every once in a while the weapon master will show up here, but there's really not much you can do there. So, not this early on into the game anyway. You're still way too weak to even have a chance at beating the weapon master. That 1 pixel walk screen. Centaur stops raking as you approach. Now hey, it doesn't glitch. Usually when you come into the screen it does this weird like inverted glitch thing, but it looks like the GOG.com version doesn't have that. I am Henrich Verferdeferden. Something like that. I live in town with my daughter Hilda, who sells our product on Market Street. That was the girl that was asking if we want apples and vegetables and stuff. So at this point, now we have an entire land to explore. We'll come up towards the north first. I think that was a monster? Yes. Oh shoot, never mind. I noticed like a lag. So I was like, oh, I think a monster spawned in the screen. And I was right. Except that it was a brigand, and brigands are way too powerful for me to fight. And I think I'm still being chased by said brigand, so I'm just going to come up here. The meadow lies covered with a blanket of flowers, unusual for this early in the spring. It is warm, even though surrounded by the late snows of winter. A large carved stone lies flat on the ground. You feel as though someone gentle was watching over you. You feel that you are safe here. The air has the fresh, clean scent of the mountains. A accompanied by numerous perfume-like fragrances. You can come over here and get some of the fruit off here. The sweet, juicy fruit of the tree is amazingly satisfying and refreshing. And we can pick some of the flowers. As you pick a variety of the sweet-smelling flowers, they seem to glow in your hands. You put them safely away. You can grab up to 2 handfuls of flowers while you're here. These are flowers from Irana's Peace. That is what this place is. This is Irana's Peace. There's a large stone, appears to be ancient and deliberately placed. Marks carved into the stone almost look like writing. If you have the open spell, you can get, I think it's the zap spell from here. I don't remember if it's zap or like detect magic or something like that. But you can get a spell out of there. So, move on to the next screen. And the reason that we picked up the flowers is because we will need them later for a dispel potion. However, the game will keep track of anything that you hand the healer. So we can just go ahead and hand the healer the flowers from Irana's Peace now. Because she'll need those for the dispel potion. Also, for every handful of flowers you give her, she will give you some silver, which is really handy. In the original Quest for Glory EGA version, you could only give her 2 handfuls. If you find yourself lacking in money, you can always travel back and forth between Irana's Peace and here to get money in the VGA version, which is what I'm playing. So, that's always helpful. It's always helpful to know that you can just sit there and steal up flowers. So, next screen. A lot of these screens are just kind of blank and empty. Seem to have startled the white stag. Here we go. Let's go chase down a white stag. You do not want to hurt the white stag, because if you do, something very, very, very bad will happen. Just startled the white stag, and it runs away. When you enter this screen, if you hurt the white stag at all, you will die. Follow the stag into this forest corner. Feel as though the eyes of the forest are watching you. Watch the stag, fascinated with his grace and beauty. There's something special about this place. And the tree woman speaks. I am the Dryad, keeper of the woods. Are you one with the woods? And you shall aid me, and I shall aid you in your quest. Bring me a seed from the spore-spitting Spiria of the north, that I may plant it elsewhere, in order to preserve these rare and magical plants. Thus will you become a true friend of the forest. Yeah, if you hurt the white stag and then meet with the Dryad there, she kills you. So you want to avoid hurting the white stag. There's also several other things that if you injure or kill, she will again also kill you. Hey, it's an Antwerp. Very annoying little creature. We'll get back to that later. Now we need to go get the seed from the seed-spitting Spiria, or however you say that. This is not the right way, but we'll go this way anyway. Looking around, you get the feeling this is not a very friendly place to be. Baba Yaga does not welcome strangers. You have to deal with me before you can enter. Baba Yaga is one tough magic user. If you are so stupid that you may want to enter, perhaps we can make a deal. Yes, the skull is talking. Ask about Baba Yaga. Baba Yaga is the most powerful ogress around. If you have any brains, you'll stay away from her. One thing you do want to do is go through this guy's dialogue options until you get the rhyme for Baba Yaga's hut. You're some hero if you don't even know what an ogre is. The trick to this is there is a rhyme that will let you get into Baba Yaga's hut later. If you don't know it, then you're screwed. There's only 2 people that will teach it to you. This guy will teach it to you for free. So you want to do that. The only other one will cost you like 10 gold or something like that. Baba Yaga's hut will squat if you say the rhyme. The hut will squat if you say hut of brown. Now sit down. Now that you know the rhyme, now you're good. All the other skulls have glowing eyes, but me? No. I don't need lovely glowing eyes. Just open and close the gate. That's all I'm good for. But if you can give me a glowing gem for my eyes, then I'll let you in the gate. Yes. All I ask for is a little gem or a jewel that glows in the dark. You're the big hero, so go find one. It's actually not that hard to find the gem. It's actually much easier than you might think it would be. But first, we're going to go down here into the Goblin Camp and fight our first encounter of the game. Look over here. Goblin steps out of the bush. Goblin has a mean look in its eyes. You prepare for battle. Combat system in this game is really freaking amazing. It's not the best combat system, but it's definitely one of the better RPG combat systems out there that I have ever seen for a game like this. Wow, you threw that dead goblin a long way. You find 5 silvers concealed in the pouch. You take the silvers. Every time you come in here, you'll have to fight a goblin. But every time you come in here, there will be one more goblin than there was last time that you have to fight. Up to a maximum of like 8 or something like that. You have stamina, which is kind of a thing you have to be careful of. Because if your stamina runs out mid-battle, you die. It's kind of an awkward system, but that's just how it works. Your stamina runs out in the middle of combat, you will just die. So, and these are the seed-spitting Spearia. And I think we will tackle this puzzle next episode. I'll have to grind my my throwing skill a bit, because it has to be like 50 or something like that in order to do this. It's currently only 27. So I'll grind in between episodes to build up my throwing skill to like 40 or something like that, so that I can throw a rock and get the seed from these guys. So anyway, if you've been enjoying, please feel free to subscribe to the channel if you're new. Also, feel free to leave a rating and feel free to comment. And hey, if the series gets popular enough, maybe I will do Quest for Glory 2, 3, 4, and if I can figure out how to record 5, because it's a full screen game, maybe I'll even do 5 as well. So, thanks for watching everybody, and I'll see you all next time. Keep calm and pony on, everybody.